What is up, guys? Back with another video. This is Daily Driven Porsche coming to you live from a coastal town near you. Alright, just got done working in there. I ended up doing a bunch of Facebook ad changes. So Facebook ads has changed a lot. So I was testing something the past week. In a past video, you guys probably caught it if you didn't see the video. So what I did was I turned off the Facebook Commerce Shop. I turned off the shop on Instagram, Facebook, so I push people to the website. Because Facebook likes to prioritize the shop because they want people to stay on Facebook and not leave. So they want people to check out on Facebook. Well, I noticed that we were getting a lot of clicks on our ads, but we had not a lot of outbound clicks to the website because they were prioritizing the shop. Well, it was ultimately hurting the business because when people come to our website, we collect emails, texts, and then we have a higher conversion rate because we talk to them. So I decided to turn off the shop completely. Well, I thought it was going to be as simple as just turning off the shop and then Facebook would just let me do that and not care. But I noticed with Facebook's new point system, there's freaking red banners everywhere. Now they're putting like orange bars on my ads saying like, the ad, caution, this ad is being deprioritized because the shop checkout's not on. So it's pretty obvious that Facebook is making it mandatory without telling you that to have people check out on Facebook. And if you don't know that, then, I mean, if you're not doing e-commerce, it doesn't matter, you're just watching this for entertainment. But if you're doing e-commerce, you might as well just have the shop on. So, oh, he dumped some smoke on him. So I'm gonna, so what I did was I just decided, you know what? Just like you don't fight the Fed, I'm not going to fight Facebook. So I turned on everything Facebook wants me to turn on. I just want to compare from last week, and then I'm going to run it for like 7 to 14 days and just see what happens. So back to what I was saying about Facebook ads. So I'm basically going to do what Facebook wants me to do. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to give them everything they want. I'm going to let them use all their Advantage Plus, everything. Because I have to be honest, inside of Triple Whale, all of the Advantage Plus campaigns actually do have the lowest cost per action and the lowest cost per action for new customers. So like new customer acquisition cost is also the lowest. But if you let the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, or Advantage Plus in general, Advantage Plus audience, if you let that run without touching it, it ends up giving you about 44, like inside this campaign, 44% of the people purchasing are new. So 60% are reoccurring customers. That's why your customer acquisition cost, your blended, is so low. But you can burn out the regular customers with Advantage Plus. That's why I didn't like using them. But I'm just going to give Facebook what they want. We'll see what happens. I'm going to test it against my manual campaign where I exclude new customers or regular customers, and I only show to new customers. I'm gonna run it against that and see which one has the lowest new customer acquisition cost. With e-commerce and marketing, it's just always testing. Things are constantly changing, so you have to constantly adapt and test. The other thing I did was I connected my Zapier for new funnel events to Facebook ads. That's probably like, you guys are probably like, what is he talking about? But if you're doing e-commerce, check out Zapier, Z-A-P-I-E-R. It's kind of like UiPath, you know, the stock UiPath. It's basically automation. But Zapier, they're not public. I want to get in on an IPO, to be honest, because they're going to be huge. Everybody's using them. So I've connected all my events through them. And I've connected all the events through Sonar settings in Triple Whale. So we have a ton of conversion API roads going to each other, from Facebook to Klaviyo, Klaviyo to Shopify, Shopify to Triple Whale, Triple Whale to Pinterest. You get what I'm saying? So all these different platforms can talk to each other. They used to be able to talk to each other very easily before the Apple iOS 14 update. So this is like an underground tunnel that they're working on to make it to where you can communicate, and they know who's who and what they're purchasing and what people like, so you can target correctly. Still out here on the streets, man. I probably honestly, realistically, I probably put 100 miles on the car today. This thing, I'm gonna have to get a new 911 before you know it, because I really do daily drive this thing. I'm racking up the miles non-stop. It's 73 degrees outside. 73 and sunny, psycho. No, it feels nice out. Got the wing up. I actually have to go pick up two 16-year-olds. Yup, in the 911, and they're both over 6 foot. I think they're both over 6'2", honestly. So I don't know how I'm gonna make it work, but I forgot I had to take two of them home. I took the wrong car today. What is up, guys? Back with another video. It is 5:40 a.m. and I'm waking up, about to get the coffee cranking. It is 61 degrees outside. We had to buy a new Nespresso because the old one broke. Oh wow, look at all these coffee options. Man, she loaded this thing up. Look how easy my wife makes it for me. She pre-makes egg bites, bacon. All I gotta do is heat it up. But that's for my son, that's not for me. I started this new like carnivore type diet, so I'm actually putting butter in my coffee. Leave a comment if any of you guys do this. So it's not full-blown carnivore, it's like carnivore with fruit. Brand new day, guys. Man, I was watching videos on 993s last night. I can't believe I have this thing sitting in the garage. I love it. It's funny, I thought I'd regret buying it, but I haven't had one tiny feeling of regret. It's weird, every day just looking at it. I can't describe it. I just love it. Blaming. Who are you blaming for the reason why you're not getting what you want? Who is it? Somebody popped in your head. You're blaming somebody. It's not their fault. It's yours. Sorry. Not really what you want to hear today. You're like, what is this channel? I don't know what it is either. I'm just speaking out. I'm just talking out of my own mind, if that makes sense. It's day one, baby. We got to go get it. I don't know what we're chasing, but everybody's got goals. You got to keep yourself motivated. And if you're not chasing anything, I mean, you can just ignore me. But I'm talking to the people that deep down have a burning desire to accomplish something, and they feel like no matter what in the hell they're doing, they just can't seem to achieve it. Because it's so frustrating, that feeling. And you'll come up with every excuse in the book why it's not happening. Nobody's going to make you do what you know you're supposed to do. Nobody's going to hold your hand. It's 100% up to you. Like, literally, sometimes I think to myself, like, how much effort am I really putting into something? Like, how much effort are we actually putting into the thing that we really want? You have to kind of get mad about it. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, man, I gotta get motivated again, dude. I used to be so motivated. Like, I was motivated to the point that I was wacky. I was weird. Like, I was obsessed with it. I gotta get back to that because I feel like it's the only way I was able to achieve it. I mean, how in the world did I go from being a kid that got kicked out of middle school, literally was labeled like the worst kid in my entire school, had to take a bus to another town to go to middle school, got put into like a hospital, all this kind of stuff. How in the world did I go from that, not having a college degree, or anything, and I'm not boasting right now when I'm saying this. I'm saying this just as like an example. But how did I go from that to building a business, building a family? I'm not even talking about material things, just accomplishing those things and being successful. I was putting in crazy work, but it wasn't the work, it was the belief. I had a real belief that no matter what was going to happen, I was going to do it. That's the difference. All I know is that results follow hard work. And I feel like the less I work, the less I get results. And it's true with every single part of our lives. Like, think about it. What is it you want to achieve? What is it you want to do good at? What is it you want to do good at? I feel like there's no secret. It's like just hard work and you'll get results. Like whatever it is you want to do in life. Like I know, for example, I'm not getting fitness results because I'm not working hard on the food. I'm not dialing in the food. I'm lazy with it. I am now. I'm on day 2. So I'm trying to keep myself motivated. That's why I'm talking all this garbage. But no, it's true. Whatever it is you want to do, you got to just work at it. You got to put effort in. You can't just go through the motions. You got to work so freaking hard and want it so bad that you want to give up something to get it. You have to give up something to get it. Like growing up in Baltimore, I liked Ray Lewis a lot. He played for the Ravens, number 52. You guys ever like listen to his story about the 52 cards? If you haven't, go on YouTube and type in Ray Lewis motivation and listen to his speech or his TED Talk. I like his story. Basically like taking pain and turning it into glory. But he also said, show me your crowd and I'll show you your future. So maybe you guys are surrounded by people that are putting negative things in your mind. He said there's 3 types of people you need: the inspired, the excited, and the grateful. He said all the other ones, just let them go. I saw on this channel that I have, this Daily Driven Porsche channel, well, I have like maybe 100 videos that are private that are from 7, 8, 10 years ago. I was looking through them, and one of them's from 7 years ago. My son and I, we were driving around looking at cars. I was driving a Toyota Highlander. I was so proud of that Highlander because at the time when I got it, I said to my wife, I said, wow, I feel like I finally got a car that makes me feel like an adult. Like, cause I was like, this is like a decent car, you know? And we were driving around and we were looking at cars. And in the video, my son's like, we're looking at an i8. And in the video, he's like, I just watched the video. I was like, man, it's pretty cool. So I made it public. You guys can go back and look at, there's like 2 or 3 old ones. But check out that Aston Martin. But in the video, my son's like, oh, look at that i8. He's like, it's more than we can afford. And I was like, I know. We were trying to find a sports car under 10,000. So in the other video that I published, we went and we drove a Z4 and we drove an old M3. But I like to look back and remember like the way that I was, my mindset, because it has a lot to do with your results. I was putting in a lot. I was putting in a lot more effort back then, to be honest. I was working way harder. My why was way stronger. I didn't really have any kind of plan B. Like now I have, you know, a little bit of a nest egg and a little safety net. I didn't have any of that. So I was working way harder because I was almost in a survival mindset. I looked up that Ray Lewis video because I was thinking to myself, so what I'm getting at is I was driving to, we moved down here from Baltimore and I was driving to Fort Myers. I was working as a mechanic. And I went from being a top mechanic in Baltimore, in DC where I worked, like outside of DC, Landover, Hyattsville, and PG County. Shout out to anybody that knows PG County. The neighborhood that we worked in was a pretty rough area. But what I'm getting at is I was just thinking when I was saying that we went on strike. We were on strike all the time. We were in a union. We were on the Teamsters, and I bought a little grill, and some crackhead stole the grill. I just thought of it while I was saying that, and we used to joke around. We were like, he's probably cooking rats on the grill. We were like, maybe that grill will turn up. I'm like, I'm not cooking on it again. But what I'm saying is I was trying to think back to my mindset, like, because I feel like your mindset has a lot to do with your results. And back then I remember I was driving to work listening to Les Brown videos on YouTube. I was getting so like pumped up and motivated that I would get like teary-eyed. I can remember like driving to work thinking, I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. I was thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. And I was feeding this stuff to my mind. I didn't realize back then, but now I realize I was basically just impressing these positive thoughts and desire and definiteness of purpose on my subconscious mind nonstop. People kind of diminish that and write that off as actually how powerful it really is. I think it played a big role in me actually achieving my goals because it was this self-belief in myself, like an unstoppable force, like no matter what, I'm going to do this. And you can hear that in Ray Lewis's voice when he's talking about his mom was getting beat up. So he got a deck of cards. I'll tell you guys the story real quick. So Ray Lewis was a kid, and he had a stepdad and boyfriends and stuff, and they would beat up on his mom. And his mom would, like, he'd have to watch his mom get beat. And he was too little, he couldn't do anything. So he said to his mom, I want a deck of cards. And his mom's like, there's no gambling in our house. I'm not giving you a deck of cards. And he's like, no, Mom, I want a deck of cards. So it's kind of ironic, too, because there's 52 cards in a deck, and his number was 52. It's pretty cool. But he got the cards, and he said he saw his stepdad hit his mom so hard he's never seen it before, as that bad. He said she was bleeding out of her eyes. So he went into his garage where he was living in the garage. He wasn't living in the house. And he put the cards down. He said he flipped it. He hit a 2. He did 2 push-ups. He hit a 9. He did 9 push-ups. Jacks were 10. Kings were 10. Aces were 20 or 25. And he went through the whole deck. And then he said he'd flip the deck. He'd do it all over again and do sit-ups. And he said, like, he had this desire in his mind. Like, he knew, like, he didn't know what he was going to do. He didn't know, he couldn't see football. He didn't know, he wasn't thinking of that. He was just thinking about protecting his mom. That was his why. So it's just like, when you think of it, it's maybe you're not getting the results you want because your why's not strong enough. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. My why at the time was so freaking strong. My wife and I were barely getting by. We had a child that had a tracheatic esophageal fistula, and then our second child was born. I was working as a mechanic. I was exhausted, tired. I wanted to be with my family. We weren't really making enough to get by. We were making enough to get by. We weren't making enough to get ahead. So I felt stagnant. And when your internal mind doesn't match your external, that's what stress is. If you have this thing in your mind that you want or you're supposed to do, or what you think your reality should be, and it doesn't match, that's why you're unhappy. That's why you're stressed out. So you can either be grateful for what you have and just be happy and be grateful, and you'll feel that peace, or you can figure out a way to get if you can't let go of the internal vision in your mind, you will figure out a way to make it match. And that's kind of what I did. I had this burning desire to make my external match my internal. So in the video I made yesterday, I said we need to get quiet, remove all distractions. And what I was getting at is that's because you need to figure out what is the internal. What is it you keep seeing? Because sometimes you can't make sense of it. What is it? Why am I so stressed? What is it that's not matching? What part of it is it? Figure it out. Hold on to it. Connect emotion to it and chase it like your life depends on it. And I guarantee you'll achieve it. I'm in the same state, like the same place right now that I was in maybe like the first 2-3 years of the business, because I feel like there's so many changes going on in the ad platform space, and I feel like we're diminishing. I feel like we're not as good as we were, and I'm back to that like burning desire, because my external does not match my internal at all. I'm not talking about my cars. I'm not talking about my house. My family does. I'm talking about the security and safety and what I told myself I was going to create to give to my kids and to give to my wife and protect my family and take care of my family. That does not match. If I feel nervous and worried about our future or income or things like that, that's what I'm getting at. I'm back in that place where I'm like, dude, I'm going to listen to these I'm listening to the videos I was listening to in 2016 when I was driving to Fort Myers, freaking tired as hell in the Camry, thinking to myself like, man, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? That's what I'm getting back to. He was like, why are you going back to that? That sounds horrible. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Now you got to feed positivity to yourself. You got to get motivated. You got to get emotional about it. It sounds silly, but you do. You got to connect emotion with desire, and that's how you can embed it in your mind. And that's how eventually you'll figure out a way to get it. You'll figure out a way to achieve it. I think it's not really figuring out the way. It's more of you embed that emotion and definiteness of purpose, and then you apply the relentless effort that you need to achieve it by chasing every possible avenue, and eventually you'll figure out what works and what doesn't. But if you don't have the burning desire or the emotion, you won't do the late nights. You won't do the excessive, insanely over-the-top customer service where you're answering comments on your phone when you're going to the bathroom at 3 in the morning. You won't do that if you don't have that desire. I know, like, just the average person's watching this, they're probably like, dude, this sounds so over the top. You sound like so out there. But I'm talking to people that that are creating something, have a desire to create something, are creating something, have created something, and maybe it's not what it used to be, or want to achieve something. Maybe even some kid that's like freaking has a dream in his mind. He wants to go be a pro hockey player and he has a chance to do it. Like, or maybe like my son, he's a rower. And it's just like, I don't know. You gotta think, you gotta, if you want to get crazy results, you gotta be a little crazy. I'm not saying I'm crazy, but you gotta get you gotta be a little different. And achieving something's not just about money. For me, the money is a measurement of the game, how well I am at the game of business or creating something from nothing. I can't remember who said it, but he said, become a millionaire not to make $1 million, but for what it will make of you. It's not about the money. It's about who you're going to become by putting yourself in these different situations and growing and facing adversity and overcoming it, and then building self-confidence and stacking little wins that give you momentum. It's like aggregated marginal gains. And at the end of it, you don't even really recognize who you are because you became a new person through the hard times. Actually, that's funny. So every morning I open up the YouVersion Bible app. I just look at the Bible quote. That's pretty much all I do. Sometimes I'll do little plans in there to get my head right. I'm going to throw up the Bible quote from this morning because it's weird that I was talking about this and this is what it is. It's that discipline at the moment seems painful rather than peaceful, but eventually you'll realize that it yields righteousness. So it's kind of like in the moment, in your times of struggle and pain and suffering, you don't really realize what it's going to make, what's going to come out of it and what it does to you. I was thinking to myself, man, people are probably watching this like driving to work and stuff, like this guy's weird. He's all into all this weird stuff sitting in a parking lot. But then I was thinking, you know what? Everybody's on a different frequency. We're all on different wavelengths. Who knows? Maybe I'm on a different frequency than the other person. Somebody's tuned into my same radio station. So if you guys like what I'm talking about and you're into the videos, subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate everybody watching. You got to not care what people think about you, to be honest. Because why would you go around not being your true self? It's almost, that means every relationship you have is not authentic. You're faking. It's honestly pointless. You're friends with people that wouldn't usually like you. So just be yourself. Why would you care? You can't care. You know what I realized? This is something I'm like just talking about openly, which I usually wouldn't talk about. I always felt like I was like below other people because I talked about like I didn't go to college and some of my family members did and stuff like that. And when I say below, I feel like in society, like, there's a certain thing, like you have a diploma on your wall or a certain collegiate thing or a certain stature or status. And then this morning I was driving and I was thinking to myself, man, it's so funny how people might look at me in my life and think that I have it all figured out, or they might think like, man, this guy's got it. Some of the comments people left like make it appear that everything's so perfect, And I thought, man, I said, people show you their perfection. I thought this to myself, people show you their perfection, but they're not going to show you their pain. Like everybody you see, the perfect little family, because I'm 40 now. I have 3 kids and we go to the school and you got all these perfect little families and everybody shows everything so perfect, with the dog on the golf cart and all that. I was thinking, they're showing you their perfection. Same with social media. Nobody's going to show you their pain. No one's going to show you their imperfections. No one's going to show you what's going on behind closed doors, or no one's going to show you all that stuff. So you can't compare yourself to other people, and you can't care what people think about you because everybody's got their own thing going on. They're just not showing it to you. There's a quote attributed to Dr. Seuss, but there's no concrete evidence that he said it. But he said, "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind." It's a good quote. But I'm going to hop off, guys. I'm going in the gym. I'll be back in a second. I'll throw the workout up on the screen. Man, I really need to clean this thing. We got the Corvette next to us. So today I'm actually going to pick up the X7 from my buddy Vito, Carholics. We rewrapped it and ceramic coated it. So excited to get that thing, see how it looks. I think I might be taking the 993 there next. I know I mentioned about PPF. I actually watched a bunch of videos and man, Man, people definitely PPF them. Guys, just finished up at the gym. My wife's workout killed me like usual. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. And yesterday afternoon, Rigetti Computing released their earnings. They missed their earnings. I thought the stock was gonna tank. Check out that wrapped Defender. It looks kind of cool. I thought the stock was gonna tank this morning, but it actually popped up a little bit. They had a little bit of positive news. I'd say more negative news than positive, but I'll throw it up on the screen, the negative and positive news. You guys can see what you think. These quantum stocks are pure speculation, pure gambling. You have no clue what they're gonna do, just like MongoDB and all these other companies. You don't really know what's gonna happen. You can just speculate. I don't like to do that with a lot of my portfolio. Some people do that with their entire portfolio, but I like to keep my core safe, simple, boring, generate a little yield and grow the principal. But I like to sprinkle in a little techie tech, if you want a technical term. So I have VGT and 3 quantum stocks. All right, guys, little update. I'm at my buddy Vito's shop, Carholics. We're dropping off the 992. We're picking up the X7. What's up, guys? Check out my buddy Oleg's M5. This thing is nasty. So you see these wheels? These are his wheels.
Forged.
So what's the name of it?
Unlimited Levels.
What is that, the Instagram?
Yeah.
Unlimited Levels?
Yep.
Yeah, check him out on Instagram, guys. But look at this thing. Can you start it up one time?
Yeah. So the exhaust is the same thing. This is
Yeah, the exhaust is his too, Unlimited Levels. Look at the wheels. Dude, these are nice. When you came around the corner, I was like, what is that? Oh, man. Yeah, look, he's got his logo on it and everything. Holy hell. Dude. Oh, my gosh.
titanium, yeah.
That is nice. What's up, Vito? How's it going, man? How you been? Good. Nice. All right, guys, so I was talking to Vito, and what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking about wrapping the 911. We're thinking about maybe like a British racing green color with these wheels. When they're clean, man, they're bright silver with the yellow calipers. And maybe doing a white Porsche decal down the side. It's not permanent, just for fun, just to switch it up. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of this M5? Nice, right? So these are the different greens that he has, guys. Let me know which one you like the best. I'll go slow through the names. Ultra Gloss Paint Metallic Green. That one kind of stands out to me. I kind of want one that looks kind of like British Racing Green or Irish Green. Yeah, I like that Ultra Gloss Hunter Green and Ultra Gloss Paint Metallic Green. Yeah, Ultra Gloss Hunter Green would look really good with the wheels. Or this one, Green Black Iridescent. What do you guys like better? Green Black Iridescent, Ultra Gloss Hunter, or Ultra Gloss Paint Metallic Forest? Can I see him outside real quick? Yeah. That car is nasty. Oh, that's kind of cool with all the metallic. Like oh yeah, that's the Hunter green one.
That's called a
yeah, man, that is nice. That would look good with the wheels. Oh, it's good seeing them in the sun like this. I'll watch the video back. Look at these ones. These give those Porsche paint to sample vibes. Let me know which one you guys like the best. What's the full name of that bottom one? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, I like that too. So oh, wow, yeah, I like that. Man, all of them. I kind of like the top one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does look like mint.
That'll get the most attention, I think.
Well, let me know what you guys think of this color.
China blue.
China blue. Look, what is this, just satin? He picks the best matte black. The best, you know which satin.
Black by Avery.
Satin black by Avery?
Yep.
I was going to say, he's got the best satin black. Everybody that sees this car is like, what satin black is that? And then he did ceramic coating on the wrap. So this is Vito from Carholics, guys. Check him out. You have Instagram for Carholics, don't you?
VT Carholics.
Yeah, VT Carholics. Go check it out. Follow him on Instagram. He's going to start a YouTube channel.
One day.
I keep telling him, like, dude, start a YouTube channel. But yeah, man, it looks amazing.
We did these pieces.
Man, that looks nice. Yeah, it looks perfect. Looks brand new. Yeah, I bought this.
You did?
Yeah, I bought that and installed it. Like, this is actually painted.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah. Well, you
The
know,
rest is
because
all
you,
wrapped.
yeah. Man, it looks perfect. It looked good with Oleg's M5 sitting next to it. All right, guys, we're in the X7. I got to rush out of here because I got to get somewhere in 30 minutes. So let's back this thing out without hitting it. He did a good job. All right, guys, say goodbye to the 992. The next time we see it, it might be green. We don't know yet. We will see. Let me know what color you guys like best. Right now, I'm leaning towards Ultra Gloss Hunter Green. It kind of gives that Porsche paint to sample look. It also reminds me of this GT3. It's actually a GT3 with the wing taken off. It's not a touring. And the whole thing's wrapped in a similar color. It looks amazing. But I have to be honest, I like the China blue too. I also like Gloss Emerald Green. It's the one that kind of has a mint look to it. I think that could look really cool too. I've always been a fan of the Porsche decal down the side. Just always liked the way it looked. I've always wanted it. So this isn't permanent, you know, this is just something for fun, just to switch it up. But let me know which combo you guys like. The China blue with the white Porsche decal down the side. Man, that thing could look nice. All right, I'm back in the Volvo, back on the streets, cruising. So after some thinking, I decided I'm not gonna wrap the 992. I'm gonna just do a little paint correction, fix the lip. We're gonna fix the dents and PPF it. And 911 Carrera, PPF it and then ceramic coat the PPF, and then put some Ninja Turtle shell on top of that, or whatever it is they do. I also wanted to add, if you guys are running Facebook ads, those changes that I made, they're performing really well. My customer acquisition cost is a lot lower than it normally is. So you guys might want to think about just giving Facebook what it's asking for. I put everything as Advantage Plus. I even turned on to send people to website and shop. And I gotta be honest, it's performing really well. So, might not want to fight them.
Come on, spill the tea. Yeah. Ooh. Alright. Woo. This is light work.